Hey man, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to continue the passive income series for my favorite type of solopreneur, which is commission sellers. So if you're selling financial products like an insurance policy, maybe a mutual fund subscription or something like that, or if you're selling health and wellness products, either directly as a service provider or as a commission seller like a network marketer or something, then this particular video especially for you. Now, in my previous video, I had spoken about what are the different secrets of passive income scam, which is the law of responsibility, the passive income myth, the law of wealth, the law of experience, and the law of inversion. And today I'm going to draw out your particular business because I have had significant experience in selling financial products and health and wellness products on commission. And I had mostly failed in doing that. I never became very big till the time I was able to work with my mentor in Silicon Valley, and then he taught me what is the right structure of actually selling commissionable products so that you can actually sell yourself first. Now the industry tells you, hey man, you have to sell yourself first, but there is no real pattern or there is no real way of selling yourself first. In fact, if you try to sell yourself first, they will have all kinds of objections. Okay, so today I want to go very deep and dissect the model of commission selling so that you can see exactly how the money moves. And one of the biggest laws that we discussed in the last video is that the person closest to the money controls the money and makes the most money. Okay. The other law is that passive income is a myth created to take away responsibility from people or take away money from the people who don't want to take responsibility, put it in the hands of those who want to take responsibility. Okay. So the law of wealth and the passive income myth, which is the law of responsibility, is the more responsibility you take and the closer you are to the cash exchange that is happening, the more it becomes your business. And business is an active income game. It's not really a passive income game. I love the ideas about passive income, Robert Kiyosaki, Warren Buffett, etc. And you should definitely make a lot of active income and then take certain part of that income and put it into investments or put it into real estate or whatever it is. But please do not treat your business like it's a passive income. One of the biggest problems is that in a commission selling business, especially if you're doing network marketing, if you're doing financial planning, insurance sales, something like that, these opportunities are sold to Indian people, especially if you're in India, as a passive income opportunity. It is not a passive income opportunity. You have to work hard. You have to work your ass off. You have to build a team, and then the team has to work its ass off. And there is no passive income in here. Okay, so it's not a passive income opportunity. It is a residual income opportunity where you actually get paid last of all, which is the concept of residual income. You collect last of all. And I'm telling you, my friend, if you're the one who's collecting last of all, you got to be very careful in that business, okay? Business is all about active income. You want to get madly rich, learn how to ask for money, how to get paid, collect that money, and be the closest to the money at all times, okay? And that's how fortunes are built. So let's go over here to my sheet over here where I'm sharing with you on the screen the structure of how these opportunities are actually sold to you. So they will say, oh, you are directly tied to the company, and when you build teams and these teams will get customers, then you are the connection between these teams, these customers, and the company. And you are the fulcrum, you are the linchpin. All of the money, you're going to make so much residual income because so many teams are working under you and things like that. Okay, but it doesn't really work like that. And what I want to show you is a new diagram which has the flow of the money. Okay, this is how money flows in a team building environment. The customer is the person with the money, and when they buy a product like a health product or financial product, the money goes to the company. So the company actually collects the money. The transaction happens between the customer and the company. Okay, then what happens is that the company starts paying the people who brought in the business. So the sales commissions are paid out, and who gets paid first? The team, which means the people who brought the customers, they get paid first. You get paid last. That's why it's called a residual income opportunity, which is whatever the residues are left. You see the single dollar sign, that is the residue that is left, and it comes to you. Sure, the company says if you have so many teams reporting to you and if you're able to hire and build lots of teams, then you're going to make a lot of residual income. You can stand to make lakhs and lakhs of rupees in a month. And that is true. That is how it is theoretically supposed to work. But in a real scenario, it almost never works like that. And even if you see the money for maybe a month or 2 months, you are constantly spending money to show off your vehicle or your car or your check or something like that. And you're constantly spending money to motivate your team. And team motivation is your personal problem. It's not the company's problem. In fact, I've seen a lot of people try to get their team to qualify for certain pill levels and all, and they actually loan the money in order to help them qualify for certain ranks and all of this is just a big money machine, and in the whole ecosystem the actual value that is being given to the customer gets lost. And to be honest, as a distributor, you're not really adding any value to the customer. The company has the same products online, or other distributors are selling the same products online, and there is no real value to the customer by you giving them the information, because the information is already available and the products themselves are already available. Especially if you're selling financial products, anybody can go online and subscribe to a mutual fund or a insurance policy directly. And in the case of network marketing, other distributors are surreptitiously putting up the products on Amazon, and that's building so much competition for you online. Okay, so it doesn't really work in real life. And what are the reasons and what are the fixes? Okay, so what I want to do is, I want to talk to you. First, what I want to do is I want to give you a quick screenshot of the previous video, which is you only get paid for taking responsibility, which I believe as a team builder you are taking, but you're not understanding why you're losing money. Okay. Next, you have passive income is a myth, so please don't follow that. Law of wealth, person closest to the money makes the money. Law of experience, you can only make passive income in an area you have making active income, very important. That means if you're selling health products, financial products, you have to become a subject matter expert and actually sell your service, sell your consultation, sell your advisory, sell your coaching, whatever it is. Sell your own products, become a subject matter expert and become an expert authority. And once you become an expert authority in making active income, then you will be able to make passive income in there much more simply. Okay. Then law of inversion. In a downturn of the market, the people with the experience keep the money and the people with the money get the experience. So if you are a first-time networker, first-time commission seller, first-time insurance agent, you will see as soon as the market goes down, you are the one who starts losing money. Why is that? Okay, why is that? Now let me quickly show you what are the flaws in this particular model, which is the traditional model. There's no problem with trying to build sales teams for companies. I highly encourage it. There is no problem trying to become, if you don't have the wherewithal to start a business, to join a company and promote their products, I highly encourage it. But the way these opportunities are being sold and the dreams that are being given to people, the way to realize those dreams is very different than the way that they are telling you. Okay. So let's first go into what are the weak points in this particular networking system or in this particular team building system. Okay. Number one, motivation doesn't last. Motivation doesn't last. Just like bathing. Bathing also doesn't last. What does that mean? The team motivation is a daily currency, baby. Team motivation is a daily currency, especially if you're building sales teams. Man, it's a dreary job. Every day your teams are going to go out, get rejections 90% of the time, and that's going to bring down their morale. So to keep the team morale up, you've got to be super dynamic and you've got to have systems in place to keep the team morale up. And if you're going to be doing that, this is not passive income. This is going to be hardcore active income of the highest possible hustling variety. Okay, let's go to the next one. Second, cash flow is in the company's hands and they control everything. Remember, whoever is closest to the money controls the money. So the company is the first person who collects the money from the customer. You could bring the customer, you could bring members, you could bring distributors who bring members. All of that is fine. But when the payment is executed on the company's payment gateway. Very simple. Okay. So that is why the company controls the compensation plan. There are lots of tier 1, top tier, very well known finance, insurance companies, health and wellness companies which have overnight changed their compensation plans, and people who are getting 2 lakh rupees a month suddenly realize that they're making only 70,000 rupees a month. Why is that? Because the cash flow is in the company's hands. They control the compensation plan. And next is that they control who gets paid first. So in your particular case, after refunds, claims and withdrawals, your team is going to get paid first and you're going to get paid last. And that is the number one reason you have zero control on your income. It seems very good on the surface because, hey man, you made it happen. You built a sales team. You feel damn good because you created something out of nothing. I have the highest amount of respect for you, man, if you're a commission seller or a commission selling leader. Okay. However, what is happening is a lot of commission sellers today are getting hurt because the cash flow is in the hands of the company. Then once the cash flow is executed, the orders are not final. You've got refund claims and withdrawals. Just when the stock market tanked, a lot of people who were in mutual fund SIPs withdrew their mutual fund SIPs. And as soon as your SIP subscription is withdrawn, you start losing money, man, left, right, and center. You start losing money. Okay. With insurance policies also, 30-day money back guarantee. Lots of insurance policies get cancelled within the 30-day free look period. Same thing with health and wellness products. Okay. So since the product is not in your hand, the cash flow is not in your hand, refunds, claims and withdrawals are not in your hand, and you end up losing a lot of money here. Next, the average customer subscription lifespan is less than 3 months, which means, especially if you're selling health and wellness products, they are low ticket products. It is incumbent upon you, my friend, to keep the subscription coming, which is to keep people buying those vitamins or weight loss products every single month. And people don't need the same weight loss product after a couple of months, and they actually don't need vitamins and things like that. They figure out, okay, I can figure out how to eat better. I don't need to pay for these supplements, and the supplement orders get cancelled within 3 months. Same with mutual fund SIPs. If you're selling financial products, financial product SIPs, 80% do not last beyond 3 months. Okay, so basically all of that hard work that you've done on the front end in order to get the subscription product doesn't really help because the subscription doesn't last. So all of your hard work is in vain. Okay, next you have seasonal products. Seasonal products, insurance, for example, is a product that sells most in the tax season, and rest of the year is pretty much dry. Similarly, you have health products. They sell very well during the wedding season when people want to quickly lose weight for a particular wedding that they want to attend, or some party that they want to go to, especially in the Christmas, New Year season, Diwali season. But during the other times, the health products don't really sell that much. Okay, a lot of these products are seasonal, and you cannot build a predictable business if you're dependent on the end product. And then residuals are almost always at risk, which means what? There are lots of cases where teams have complained against their team manager or team leader, and the company has been able to cut off the team leader from the overall distribution, because after the team is built out, the company doesn't really need you. After the team is built out, the company doesn't need you. The company only needs the customers, and maybe they need the team mates who brought those customers. This is especially true if you're a senior networking leader and you've got fast growing legs, and you've got people under you who are growing very fast. Very soon the company realizes they don't need you anymore, and they don't need to pay you the check. And all it takes is a little chingari, a little spark, some disagreement, some policy violation, something to get you out of the network, and boom, everybody wants you out of the network because they want your share of the spoils. This happens a lot, man. I mean, human nature works very, very funnily, doesn't it? Okay, so if you have any such experience, or if you've seen other people having any such untoward experiences, please let me know in the comments box. But long story short, motivation doesn't last. Cash flow is in the company's hands. Residuals are in the team hands. In fact, a lot of people are trying to edge you out. Refunds, claims and withdrawals, seasonal products, and customer life subscription lifespan being less than 3 months just makes the whole game really complicated if you're working as a commission seller. So if you're a solopreneur like this, please do not get taken into the passive income scam, because this is not passive income. This has to be built. It has to be protected. All of your hard work is going to go into this, and 24/7 you'll have to be watching what's going on. Okay, I have created a model which is working extremely well for commission sellers. It's called the avatar model. In my next video, I'll be outlining that particular model on how you can own the customer experience, own the customer interaction. When the company says, hey man, you need to sell yourself first, or people buy the leader, they don't buy the products, then how exactly to sell yourself as the leader, how exactly to manage product ecosystems or information ecosystems so that everybody's loyalty lasts with you rather than with the company or with individual people. All of that I'll be outlining in the next video. Meanwhile, before I end this video, I'd just like to share a couple of very simple and educative little things from the internet. I've got a post over here from Sanjay Kathuria, one of the top influencers today, who says, everyone loves passive income, but passive income is never passive at the start. You either build a system and bleed time, or you buy a system and bleed capital. Very simple. Okay, so that's what he's saying. You've got a Business Insider article on renting versus buying, and they're saying that people who actually buy the house, which is sold to you as an investment, okay, the cons are big, which means you got to make monthly payments, you got to pay for maintenance, there's much less flexibility, how home value could decrease and the values could tank. It is not a real passive income if you look at it. Unless you are a very, very big investor who can buy an entire apartment complex with 10 apartments, 12 apartments. These days, those things are being done through REITs or REITs or through larger investment houses. So the apartment complex model that it exists in the US and all doesn't really exist in India. Over here, once you end up buying a real estate property, you're the end consumer. It's very simple, and all the headache is yours. And everybody else including the builder, the politician, the landowner, the government, the broker. Everybody has cashed out at your expense by the time you end up owning the property. Okay, it's not really a passive income play. Okay, just watch my last couple of videos and just protect yourself. Okay, in my next video I'll be walking you through the avatar model. If you're truly a commission seller, then how do you actually make sure that you use information marketing to hedge all of your risks? How do you maximize the returns? How do you keep a control over your growing teams? And how do you protect against any kind of misadventure with the company or with the people that are there in your downline? Okay, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Please stay tuned. Bye.